Hello, it's Carol from BlueSkyAtHome.com, and I'm here with a really cool farmhouse chic sign project. I started it, and I'm going to walk you back through the beginning of it. This was a part of a virtual workshop with Annie Sloan from A Maker Studio, and I stopped for a couple of reasons. Number one, I wasn't sure what I wanted to say on my sign. So let's walk back through and we'll start at the very beginning. So the first thing that we're going to do is pretend that this has not been painted, that it is just raw wood. So here's what you want to do. We are going to take our frog tape and go around the edge like this, and you just want to completely go around. And this was a cool little tip, is that to get your frog tape right up there, take the handle of your sponge brush and rub it right up there so that it's flush. So that's step one, excuse me. And then we're going to take our Rescue Restore paint, and you will need to pour this into some kind of container so that you can dip either your sponge brush in there, or if you want to use a much smaller brush, you can. But then you just want to paint using your Rescue Restore paint like this, okay? One coat. And that's just pieces off of my jar. Okay. So that is step two. Step one is putting your frog tape on. Step two is painting the base. Now once your base is painted, you take off your frog tape and your base is dry, which is 10-15 minutes, then you want to take your frog tape and you want to lay it on the paint. And I'm actually going to do this because you can see that we already used the gel stain on the first coat, okay? And I want to make my frame just a little bit darker, so I'm going to show you how we did that. Just line that up against there. Tearing this off. Isn't painter's tape a wonderful invention? Right up there as close as I can. Same thing, I'm going to go around. Now, you may be able to see in the corners, there are pieces of the frog tape kind of sticking up. I'm just going to try and pull those down. Okay. So, this is our little sample of size of gel stain. The gel stain comes in a 16-ounce container, and to apply it, I'm going to use a lint-free rag, and you can see that that's how much I used the first go round. So I'm just going to use what's in the top of my can, and I'm going to go over this. I just want it a little bit darker. Gel stain, the beauty of it is that it goes on so well, but also it's water-based, so it has no odor, no VOCs, nothing that's going to be harmful to you, your kids, your home, the environment. If you can, I'm going to dip in here. sides. Now, the gel stain comes in like 6 different colors, and I have only used hazel mahogany, which is just a deep rich, and there's some lighter colors, and one that I'm dying to use is called weathered gray, and that's going to be the next one that I try. So I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to pull this on over here so I don't knock this over. So you could have left, I could have left it lighter, and obviously that's the natural wood right there. That's okay. This isn't supposed to be slick. It's supposed to be kind of farmhouse rustic. Whoops. Okay, I think that will do it. I like the darker, but again, this is whatever you prefer. Okay. I'm just going to take my handy paper towel that I keep over. All right, so now we're going to remove our frog tape, painter's tape. And we've got a nice clean edge. Now, the reason that this looks like it really had chalk on it is because we took a little bit of another color. This is Bella's Blush. This is another Rescue Restore color. It's just the prettiest, softest pale pink. And we mixed it with a little bit of water to make kind of a wash. And I'll show you what this color, if I get it open. Isn't that pretty? It's just very pale, very soft, and very on trend right now. Okay, that's a little bit of dried from the jar. So all we did was mix this, as I said, with a little bit of water, and then we used another lint-free rag and just dipped it in and went around like this. Okay, as much or as little as you want. Okay, so just like that, and you let it dry, and it gives the impression that there was chalk and you took an old eraser and erased it. So that gives it a little bit more of that farmhouse feel. So the next step, and this is where I ended, the next step is our stencils. And this is alphabet number 4, and it's very clean font. It is very farmhouse looking. So I'm going to set my tray over back a little bit. Actually, I'm going to set it aside. Okay. And we're going to talk about the stencils. Okay. So obviously you can't use the stencils unless you just wanted to as an alphabet like this, okay? But we want to use it to write. So okay, and I'm going to try using my paper cutter, okay? So from the top to about the middle here is, let's see how many inches. It's about right here. I wanted to pop back in real quick because I want to show you something, is that if you get little marks like that, and the more you practice, even just doing this, I've gotten a little bit better at it, but just take a damp rag, and they just rub right off. And it's so much easier. I can remember when I've done regular stencils, and you have to get your paint back out, and it's just a more complicated process. So it's just so easy when you do it that way. And I'm not sure that my letters are perfectly even. They're not bad, but I'm not worried because I can just practice, erase it, start all over again. So I'm going to keep going. I've got You Are Mine. I'm going to do sunshine about here. Okay, I want to share with you some things that I've learned just by doing a few more letters. Two things: don't worry if you get some chalk art on your surface, really, because it's so easy to just take a damp paper towel, and I always keep paper towels and a spray bottle anytime I'm painting. I don't want it over there, but if you get anything, you just rub it and it comes right off. So you don't have to worry. It's like having the easiest little eraser. So don't worry about that, especially if you're in practice mode, learning mode, which I am with this little bitty stencils. I have not done little stencils like this. The other thing I discovered is every now and then clean your spreader off so that you have clean edges around for spreading and picking up your stencil, and you're not accidentally touching your surface and getting the chalk art on your surface. So that. Then as you're putting down your stencil, really rub from one side to the next, because it will definitely adhere, but you've got to rub it in. Anything's better than spray adhesive or stencil adhesive. So just let me show you how. And then I'm going to show you one more thing that I thought was really cool. If, when you take your stencil off, and I don't know if it'll happen this time, if you take your stencil off and maybe there's a teeny bit of your stencil that didn't get covered, like right there. Okay, perfect. I'm going to show you this. All you have to do is, because you can see through your stencil, you can just lay it right down on top. Oops. And go over it again. I mean, really? I've never had a stencil I could do that with. And see what I'm talking about? I'm getting some from my spreader on there, but I'm not worried about it because I know I can wash it off. Okay, I'm not sure why that one's... Okay, there we go. So, again, I'm going to get a little water and just clean this off. Okay, I'll do a U, if I can find my U, and put it right here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wash this off. So let me show you how easy it is. If you can see, I'm going to spray and just clean it off. Because I don't think you want to get your paint, your chalk art built up over the mesh, because it'll come through better. And just dry that off really well. Okay. And I'm going to stick this one right back down. So I hope you're learning along with me. I love these stencils. I think with these teeny tiny letters, it's just a little bit a little more delicate process than if you're using a large stencil. So it's just takes a little bit of patience and practice. and slowly peel back. Ah, love that. Okay. All right. Let me do it. Another S. And we'll have the first letter. So I'm going to clean these. I think you'll get a better stencil result if you clean these off so that all the stencil can be seen. Not going to worry about that little thing right there right now. And I bet you next time I do this, I get it a lot better and a lot faster. But I love learning about new ways to do things with new products, especially with they're better than the old ones. Okay. Yep. Got that, so just wash that off. Okay. Now, is that aligned? No. Is it perfect? No. Am I worried about it? No. Am I going to keep this? No. Okay? I'm considering this kind of a practice project, and I know that I will get better and better at applying these little letter stencils, and obviously when it's a large stencil, it's even easier because you aren't as concerned about keeping the chalk art on your little square or rectangle. So what am I going to do with this? I think I want to get rid of it. So I'm actually just going to take a little bit of my spray. So I am not going to keep this. This is practice, so like I said, I just sprayed some water and we're just going to get rid of it. So there we are. I've got a clean slate and I can practice again with my little stencils. So check back. I'll be doing more of this. I'll be getting better, and if you want to try your hand at chalk art and stencils of any kind, please check out my Maker Studio link on my blog, blueskyathome.com. And if you have any questions, just put it in the comments, or on the blog you can put it in the comments, and we're going to be learning this together. So have a great day. I'll see you again.